child. It's been a long time since we have first met. 42 years to be exact. How the f did you come over here? Did you tell your mom and dad?
phone home. Phone home.
We don't use phones anymore. We use mobiles or cell phones. We don't have those landline phones. So I've been told you have come here to teach me a new technique which only you Grays use.
It is gray. It is gray. It is gray. It is you gray. It is happy.
Yes, so let us begin.
It is you. It is you.
Alright, Grays! Alright. Let me explain, okay? Now you may be thinking, how the f Grays can make colors pop? So the first question we need to ask is, what exactly are grays? Grays are nothing but grays. I mean, a gray tone, a desaturated tone of a color, be it red, purple, yellow, green, blue, orange, whatever. And when you put them side by side together, like you see over here, they do not shout, okay? They are like the audience who listens to whoever is on the stage. So for example, a red color, a very saturated red or blue or green color is on the stage when he's talking. So they will be like, hey, come on, let's stop talking, man. The red and the green, they are talking something important, okay? So we need to shut up, right? We need to let them talk, okay? So that is how they communicate with each other, okay? They don't shout, they just calm the f down and just let the main characters or the main saturated colors talk with each other. And that is how they make whatever saturated color there is pop. And they can be something like this, okay? A background or a painting with a lot of grays, or they can be something like this with a single grays. So yeah, and as you can see over here, there are a lot of grays in this painting, in this abstract painting, but we are not focusing on that, okay? Our brain doesn't focus on that. Our brain focuses on the red, green and the blue colors, which are very much saturated. And whenever you are using grays, never to use pure grays, okay? Because we need to vibrate colors, all right? We need to make the painting colorful, okay? So if you use a pure gray, the painting will not be so colorful. The colors won't be able to vibrate with each other. So that is why always use a tinted gray. So this is a bluish gray or a greenish gray or a reddish gray, depending upon whatever grays that you are tinting. And yeah, there will be times that you might need to use a perfect gray. For example, if you are doing some Japanese style paintings or some sumi ink paintings where you have to use just one color and the rest of the painting is like black and white or in gray tone, okay? So at that time, yeah, you can use a pure gray or a perfect gray, but still a tinted gray is much more effective. Okay, now how do we use these colors? So we will be looking at some examples of my favorite artists. So the first one is Kanliu, and I have picked some of these grays in every painting over here. And as you can see, he is using a lot of grays. This is a yellowish or orangish gray. Same goes for this. And this is almost a whitish gray, and this is like a reddish, dark reddish gray, almost like a black color. This is almost like a brownish gray, okay? And that is why this red color of her, I don't know, dress, and this green color of the grass, and this sky blue color pop, okay? All of these colors pop because of all of these grays that are present in the painting. Next up is 17th. Okay, and this painting in particular, I chose this painting because there are a lot of saturated colors. So it is really hard in this painting to figure out which colors are gray, okay? But I have chosen a lot of grays over here, as you can see, and this is why, and this is exactly why, because of these grays, all the colors pop, okay? So that is why grays are very essential in a painting. So if I pick this pole over here, this is a gray, a teal gray. Even in my painting over here, I am using a lot of grays. So mainly this painting is like red and purple and slightly blue, but still I am using a lot of grays. Oh, look at all these grays. They are mostly in the dark side. Okay, so but the point is these grays help make all of this red, purple and magenta and the blue color pop. This is one of my favorite artists, Mock STK. So they have something like a Japanese style. Probably they are a Japanese artist, Japanese anime artist, I don't know. So yeah, but they are still using a lot of grays. Look at all these grays, okay? And that is why this blue, this red, this magenta, all of these colors pop because of these grays, okay? One of my favorite artists, Aaron Westerberg, okay, he said in one of his videos or interviews, he said that never to use perfect grays, and that is why I said before that not to use perfect grays, because they do not vibrate colors, they make the painting very monotonous. All right, so that is why he is also using a lot of tinted grays. Look at all these grays. The grays are the reason. Even the skin color is almost like a grayish pink color. All right, so that is the reason why this magenta coat and all of these colors pop in his painting. And of course there is one of my favorite artists, Marco Bucci, okay, he also uses a lot of grays, and that is the reason why this yellow light, this blue, I don't know, roof, this green monster character he has, and this blue shirt and pant character pop. These grays make the colors pop. It is because of these grays that makes each and every painting pop. And I want to cover another most important thing about grays is that you do not have to go to the complete gray side, okay? So over here I have picked a lot of greens, and this is a yellowish green which is like halfway into which has like halfway saturation, okay? And this is almost a pure green which has like 30% saturation, and this is a bluish green. But over here in the painting it appears as a gray. Now why is that? Now this is something called as color relativity, at least that is what I call as, because one color appears differently when you put it against a different color, okay? So for example over here this green appears to be very saturated, and this other green or this steel green appears to be very desaturated, okay? Because this main green is very saturated, if that makes sense, okay? But if I take this green and make it more saturated, something like this, all of a sudden this green that was saturated looks desaturated, because this green, this other saturated green being present over here, and that is why this blue color over here appears as a gray, okay? Because of all of the warm colors or all of the saturated colors that are present around it. And that is how these grays are responsible in making the colors pop, okay? In making all of those colors, all of the colors that are in the painting pop. So that is why always remember to have grays in your painting. Never ignore a gray color, and don't think of a gray color like something that is desaturated, okay? Think of it as a color. That is the most important thing. Think of a gray color as like any other color. So think of a gray color like a red or whatever, red, blue, yellow, whatever. Never think of a gray color as a gray. Ew, that is a gray. No, I ain't gonna use it. No, ew. No, never think something like that. All right, so yeah. And speaking of gray, I made another video. There is another secret technique which will make your colors pop even more, which I do talk about in this video right over here. Go and watch it, and we are done. Subscribe, press the bell icon so that you do not miss out any future videos, and join the Discord and Patreon as usual. Until next time, see you later. Bye.
You there? Subscribe. And join the Discord and Patreon as well, or this child will turn you into a gray. If you do not join, you will turn into a gray, into an alien, and nobody will be able to recognize you anymore. Goodbye.